The Flash is a student forum.
For students, produced by students.
Students make all content decisions.
Research, write,
shoot and broadcast.
News stories they deem important to the Eastview community.
Stay tuned for The Flash.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Shredded.
Now, hundreds, nay, millions of you peasants have been begging for a reprise of last year's Mussel show.
So we decided for the sequel, we'd up the ante with an entire episode dedicated exclusively to Mussels, starting with the coverage of the biggest basketball event this year.
And next up, a coverage of one of high school's best current athletes. Stay tuned for the Mussels. Gotta stop using all the weights. You're hogging
all the weights. I know that feeling. First up, Jack Bernstein, Jack Bernstein, former Eastview student, has an in-depth inside scoop on the Final Four. Devon has the story.
With the Final Four coming to the Twin Cities in the coming week, we discussed with Eastview alum Jack Bernstein about how the city has been preparing.
I am the Marketing and Public Relations Project Coordinator for the 2019 Final Four. I think a lot of people, when they think of an event, they're like, oh, it's 3 basketball games. It can't be that hard to plan. But there is a year's worth of planning that goes into this. What we've been doing the last year really is our counterparts at the NCAA will come to town, make sure that all the venues are ready, make sure that the University of Minnesota and the host university has what they need. There are so many moving pieces in the planning stage that make something like this possible. Last year's Final Four was in San Antonio, where our committee was down there learning best practices, how we can take what the learnings were from last year and apply them to a Final Four in Minneapolis.
Some of the best learning experience for planning an event such as the Final Four actually occurred in 2018.
In the Super Bowl, there are a lot of great things. There are a lot of key learnings that we took because it's been 18 years since we've hosted a men's Final Four in Minneapolis. This city has really evolved in the past 18 years. Minneapolis is a great city. Minnesota is very welcoming. We've got a strong volunteer base. And we've got great venues for the other ancillary events that the Final Four brings to town. There's a lot of pride in it for me. Really, all eyes across the world are going to be on Minneapolis and the Twin Cities. And it brings me a lot of joy and a lot of pride to know that I had a part in spotlighting the place that I call home.
Preparations for the Final Four have been long in the making, and according to Jack and the rest of the planning committee, the Twin Cities will be ready. Signing off for The Flash, this is Devon.
I remember last year when I tried to play in the Final Four, but they just wouldn't let me because I had too many muscles.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Next up, we've got a highlight on one of high school's current best athletes who must be taking a page out of my book.
Oh, yeah.
Cara's got the story.
Sophia may seem like the average high schooler, but she plays something different than your average sport. Floorball.
It's basically floor hockey, but with a wiffle ball. That's usually what I tell people. It's really popular in like Sweden, Switzerland, and Finland, like those countries. It's not really big in America yet, but we're hoping it will be soon because I only play on rec leagues right now. Once you get in it, you can't stop, and it's just so fun to just keep running and just have a blast with your teammates.
And run she did, all the way to the top.
Number 19, Sophia.
I'm on the U19 girls nationals team, and I'm the captain of that, and then I'm also a part of the women's floorball team. Oh, I actually got contacted through Anders. He's actually the team manager for the U19 girls team, and he was like, hey, I saw how you play, would you like to be interested? And I was like, heck yeah, I mean, it's another team to play on, so that was really awesome to represent floorball in that way.
Sophia's floorball to fame story has inspired females in the male-dominated sport.
It's a co-ed sport as of right now for most like tournaments and everything, just because there's not a lot of women playing over here quite yet. When you think of athletes, you think of males usually, but it's really awesome to actually look up to women and, you know, inspire little girls who, you know, want to have a future in athletics, and, you know, if they want to join floorball, that's awesome.
Signing off from The Flash, this is Cara.
You know, not to brag, but I actually used to be a female athlete.
What?
Just kidding, bro. A lot of people have been asking, yo, jacked and shredded, how'd you get those ripped bodies we see before us?
Well, we decided we'd take it easy on you peons, and you can show us our daily workout routine.
Follow us.
Hey, I'm Jack.
And I'm shredded.
And we're at LA Fitness to show you how to get big.
Let's go. Now, the perfect way to start any day at the gym is with some good old-fashioned cardio. Get the heart pumping. Really make sure you got the right shoes for the job.
Now, I normally like to stay away from leg exercises, but today I'll make an exception.
You're good. You're great. That's good form. That's really good.
You gotta remember when you're doing the only real workout, benching. ABC. Always be clenching. Watch this guy. He sucks. I know how to do it. Bro, take it back. Let me show you how Chads do this.
Bro, help him out, bro.
Bro, get it.
Hey, dude, what are you doing? He doesn't need help.
It's all him, bro. It's all him. I didn't even touch it. Easy. Now on to the only real exercise, curls.
Because curls get you the girls.
Oh, yeah. What are you doing? We did our curls. Let's get out of here. We're done.
I thought it said curls.